So number one, which of the following does not appear in the appropriation account? And this required you to remember what the appropriation account looks like. All right. So let's just go up quickly, do a quick. And this is generally what the appropriation account will look like. There may be more names, but you have your drawings, you have interest and capital, you have salary. Okay, so those are the three main things that you will either add or deduct accordingly. So your answer for number one is drawings. We didn't have a drawings column there. We had interest on drawings, but we didn't have drawings. All right, so the answer for number one is B. That will not be in your appropriation account. Number two, in which account should a partner's drawings be entered? So that should be not your capital account, not your appropriation account, because we just looked at that, not your profit and loss or your income statement. That is going to be your current account, which is B. So we have B back to back there. Number three, all of the following are accounts of a partnership except. All of these are accounts of the partnership. So we looked at a few different types of accounts during our class time. One of these we definitely did not look at, and that is not part of the accounts of a partnership. So we looked at capital accounts, we looked at appropriation accounts, we looked at current accounts. We did not look at receipt and payment accounts. So the answer for number three is D. Number four, Ernie, Bert, and Elvis, interesting names, are in partnership sharing in the ratio 2:3:1 respectively, meaning the names and the ratio are in the same order. All right, so the first name goes with the first number, second name goes to the second number, third name goes to the third number. Okay, if net profit is $3,000, what is Ernie's share of the profit? So we have some calculations to do there. And let me go across to the working that I did. I'll put that in a different color. Hi, good evening. Okay, so we have the working on the screen now. Number of parts, how do we get the number of parts? We start by adding up all the numbers in the ratio, the profit sharing ratio. Okay, so we add the 2, the 3, the 1, that's going to give us 6 parts. We find for one part, take the total profit, which is 3,000 in this case, divided by the number of parts, and that's going to tell you how much is one part. Once you know how much is one part, you could go either way. You could find for anybody, but they asked us to find for Ernie. So Ernie's share is equivalent to 2 parts. All right, so our answer would be A. Okay, so somebody may be saying, Mr. Azra, primary school stuff. Well, maybe for you, but it may not be for somebody else. All right, so we just want to make sure that everybody understands what is happening. So that is number 4. Number 1 was B. Number 2 was B. Number 3 is D. Number 4 is A. Number 5, somebody requested that this should be a must answer question. So number 5, 6, and 7 got a little bit more difficult, right? So John and Abraham are in partnership sharing profits in the ratio 2 to 3 respectively. If John's share of profit is 2,400, what is Abraham's share of profit? So this is a little bit more, this is not really so much POA, right? So, but this is a test on your math skills, right? I posted a nice post on Instagram. My desk caption, you know, when maths messing up the POA, because sometimes, sometimes the maths does mess up the POA, right? Make you get the question wrong. So on the right-hand side in green, I have the working for this question. If 2 parts is equal to 2,400, because let's go back to the question. They told us John and Abraham, this is the profit sharing ratio, 2 to 3, all right? John's name is in front, so that means this 2 would relate to John. A little later on in the question, they told us if John's share of profit is 2,400. So if John's share of profit is 2,400, means that 2 parts is equal to 2,400. Therefore, 1 part is equal to 1,200. All right? So once we find for 1 part, as I said, you can go either way. You can find for 3 parts, 5 parts, 10 parts, 100 parts. In this question, we have to find for 3 parts. So you take the amount of parts and multiply by the value for 1 part. And the answer would be B. If you understand that, please type a 1 in the chat for me if you understand what I just did there. Not if you get it correct, if you understand it. Once you understand it, please drop a 1 in the chat. All right, so Mary and Kate are partners whose capital is 60,000 and 30,000 respectively. For the year, the partnership made a profit of 50,000. I'm reading number 6. All right, so that portion I highlighted in blue there. That's what I'm reading now, right? Mary and Kate are partners whose capital is 60,000 and 30,000 respectively. For the year, the partnership made a profit of 50,000. The partnership agreement does not state how profits are to be shared. How much profit should Mary receive? Answer is A. Anybody could tell me why? If you know why the answer is A, drop a 1 in the chat. All right, so for number 6, Mary and Kate are partners. They didn't give us any profit sharing ratio. So according to the rule, once we don't have a profit sharing ratio, the profit must be shared equally. If you have 5 persons, divide the profit by 5. If you have 3 persons, divide the profit by 3 to find out how much profit should each person receive. Number 7, the last and definitely not the easiest question. So they said Alexander entered a partnership and brought in the following items as capital. He brought in cash, 25,000, and a computer valued at 10,000, probably an Apple or something, right? A computer valued at $10,000. What are the double entries to record his entry into the partnership? So in other words, how do we account for these things that he brought in? What are the double entries we have to make into his accounts? Okay, all right, I've seen an answer coming in already. So is it A? Will we debit cash and credit computer? Or is it B? Will we debit cash 25,000, debit computer 10,000, and credit capital 35,000? Or is it C? Would we debit capital 35,000, credit cash 25,000, credit computer 10,000? Or is it D? because we were dealing with current account, appropriation account, etc. Is it D, where we debit the capital, debit the cash, sorry, debit the computer, and credit the current account? Which is it? All right, so number 7, your answer is B. The answer is B for number 7. All right, so that's it for the multiple choice questions.